Hi everybody. What I wanted to show you today were some things in class. Two things that we use on a routine basis. Again, true for our class, but also true for other classes, other kindergarten classes, and other grades. At school, many teachers have job responsibilities. Everyone in class helps each other, helps the teacher, and helps the functioning in the room by doing a task each day. Some teachers have a task assigned to a student for the week. Other teachers change the jobs on a different schedule. This is the typical job chart for room 103, and I will explain it in a few minutes. Another daily responsibility is checking attendance. Teachers do it different ways. Pins, cards, name desk cards, tent cards, sign-ins, all kinds of different ways. In room 103, we use this attendance chart, measurement and data. We have a present side and an absent side. Let me explain this one. The top of the chart says attendance. The vowels are written in red. This side says present. This side says absent. This side says here. This side says not here. Present and here mean the same thing. Absent and not here means the same thing. Then this is like a T-chart, and then down the chart there are numerals with one space for each person in class. That is if there are 26 people in class. Our class would have less than that. I placed the numerals on the chart on opposite or alternating sides on purpose. It's one more chance to see odd numbers and even numbers. The odd ones are purple, the even ones are green. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. That's skip counting by twos using even numbers. On this side, it's the odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. That's skip counting by twos, but using odd numbers. They're on opposite sides of the line, and they're two different colors. When we check attendance, I or a helper would take name clips out of this basket or tub, and then we'd read that person's name out loud. If that person is here, I'm going to use Ariana's name clip, the person's name clip would be clipped right here next to number 1. There's 2 lines, if you can see them. The clip goes right in between the 2 lines next to number 1, or whomever name we call. We'd say the next name. Right now, I put the clips in alphabetical order. When they're in the basket, they're just mixed up. But I wanted to be sure that everyone saw there's a name clip for everyone who's in our class, because everyone's name would be said out loud. And then the next name, I or my helper would look at it and read it and say Arthur, and put that clip right on the chart between the two lines, and it would be next to the next numeral, number 2. That would help us know 2 people have been checked already. If someone was absent, then we'd put their name on this side between the 2 lines next to number 1. Because then when we're finished putting all people's name clips along the whole attendance chart, the last person's name would go next to the last number, and then there'd be 0 names on the absent side or a few clips of people who were not here. The attendance person, or I, would then say, we have 17 people here, because that's where the last name clip would go and was placed. And we have 2 people absent if there were 2 clips up there. The total makes 19. 17 plus 2 equals 19. So we get to do addition or computation practice. We get to check attendance. We check and say each person's name. They would be telling us or saying something for the attendance question of the day. And then we finished our attendance for that day. At the end of the day, I or my attendance helper would then take all the name clips off and put them into the basket. And then attendance would be ready for the next day. This is the job chart for room 103. I like to have each person have a job every single day. In a typical year, everyone has a job every single day, and it changes every single day. It's the job charts person's job to change people's name cards and move them along the job chart so they have a new job on a new day the next day. With the reopening of school and COVID health rules being different than they have been in the past, I don't know what the rules will be around having class jobs and what class jobs I can continue to have and which ones I cannot because of the things we cannot do in school. For example, we still have lines, so I expect there to be a back of line monitor. That means the person at the back is there on purpose. And a front of line leader. I don't know if we would have a passer, someone who passes out papers. I'd have to check with the big bosses in the district who makes those decisions. I know we need someone to open the door for us and someone to turn on the lights. And usually we have 2 door people. We'd say the flag salute each day, so I think we would still need a flag person. We probably need a chair checker because when you come in the morning, the chairs will be up on the tables. You'll need to take your chair down. At the end of the day, you put your chair back up. And the chair checker checks at the beginning of the day. If someone is absent, they would take down that person's chair. At the end of the day, the chair checker checks the chairs to be sure they're all up on the tables. And if someone was absent and was not here, the chair checker would put that person's chair back up on the table. I don't know if we'll need a lunchbox monitor. That's a job I have, but I don't know what the new rules. I don't know if we'll have a mail helper. Someone helps us collect and sort the mail that comes to school on some days. I don't know if we'll have a tray checker, someone who helps put the toy trays away, or a closet checker, or a sink checker, or a business helper. I just don't know about those jobs. You'll know you have a job because in that job packet, in that job envelope, would be a card with your name on it. Your name would be here by the mail job if your job was mailed that day. I won't be able to know about this for a few more days until the important people make those decisions on what we can or cannot do in our classrooms with the new opening. Job chart and class responsibilities, attendance, and knowing which friends are here and which friends are not here, which friends are absent and which friends are present. Important routines in room 103 and in every other classroom. It will just look different depending on how the teacher organizes jobs and attendance. Thanks for watching.